Welcome back to the last Let's Talk with Gales and Dean podcast episode of the year before we take a little much needed time off, as you can see by my hairline here.
Damn right. Good God.
Yeah, but welcome back to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. I'm your boy Gales as usual, and to my left is...
Man, you know who it is. Man, you know who it is. The insane Mr. Dean. And I got to be insane when you talk about that hairline, that damn haircut, that hairstyle, and that beard. Get it lined up, man. We 7 days from damn Christmas. Look,
hey man, I gotta go. I'm trying to go like people of old. You know what I mean?
Got that damn Jamaican voodoo shit on top of your head, man.
Pay the man 2 times. That gummit. I thought, oh, this is the last show of the year. He'll behave himself.
Shit, I'll probably be worse. I'll probably be worse. Because I'm gonna do better in 2022. This show right here, I'll probably let it all out. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm gonna note that down. All right, man. Yeah. So what's been going on, Mr. Dean?
Man, you know, nothing much, man. You got 7 days countdown to Christmas. That's always a good thing. This is our last show of the year. This is a big opportunity, man. So, you know, just getting ready for that and get ready for the New Year's, trying to figure out what New Year revolution gonna be, because you know everybody make one and we never live up to the shit. But
pay the man.
But yeah, so you know, getting all that done, man, and shit, just glad to still have breath in my body this year, because we done lost a lot. We done lost a lot.
Get the crap out of here. So look, audience, last show of the year, here's how this works. Every time Dean curses, he has a fine he has to pay. So you may hear me from time to time here on Let's Talk with Gales and Dean podcast say pay the man. That's exactly what that means. We're trying to court Disney and he don't want to act right. So please forgive me. Here we go. Hey Dean, what's up, man? What happened to you? Technical difficulties?
Yeah. Very, very much damn like technical difficulty. You blocked my black ass out.
2 times. That's so much money. Man, somebody gonna get a nice little fun at the end of this.
Well, you gonna have a good Christmas off of my fines.
Donate it. We gonna donate it. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and start. Look, I slightly changed the title, right? But today's title is Money and College Football.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, buddy. Good grace alive.
So, okay, go ahead and start and make your statement. And I want to know why you're so upset.
It ain't so much that I'm upset. Yeah, I'm upset, but I understand the circumstances. As we all know, you yourself know, and anybody who close to me know, everybody know I'm a Florida State fan, die hard, big time. Whether we win or losing, I'm riding with Florida State. Like, I'm going to talk shit and say we're going to the national championship every year, even though we're not. Okay, signing day was Wednesday, early signing period. The number 1 recruit in the nation was signed to us for 2 years now. Well, committed to us for 2 years now.
For the people who may not know how diehard of a FSU fan,
Florida State University. That's us. I'm rocking with them. That's my squad. Anyway, the number 1 recruit in the nation, Travis Hunter, was committed to us for 2 years.
Yeah,
committed so much that he said he was done taking an official visit. He was locked in, despite our record. He was going to change. He was going to change all that when he came to Florida State with his recruiting class. He was even out there recruiting for us. You know, people come in for him. I started getting a little nervous when Jackson State and Alcorn game took place and he went down there to visit, because he had shut down his recruitment. And when he went to that homecoming game down there with Coach Prime, you don't know, we don't know Dion personally, but you know him from TV. And any of these recruits, you get down there with arguably the greatest cornerback to ever play the game, one of the top 5 football players to ever play the game. At 18-year-old, you get down there, let him get in your ear, and it's pretty much, all right, it's a lock. He might have you. Right. So when I seen that Travis Hunter went down there for the visit, I was like, you know, red flags. But he came and put on Twitter that I'm still locked in with Florida State. Only for Wednesday morning to come.
Wait. Before you go any further.
Oh, let me keep going.
No. Hang on. Just hang on. Let's take a look here.
Yeah.
A little surprise here. There we go.
Sanders, Coach Prime, splashing it big for State,
Yeah.
and one that Nick's
Real funny dude. You're a real funny guy.
That's you,
Travis
baby.
Hunter,
Whoop.
number 2 recruit in ESPN's 300, away from Florida State to JSU. The announcement came, solid hat,
Fucking-
skip,
Got good
Oh, my
hands.
the hook
God.
to reveal his choice. Hunter, like Sanders, 5-star quarterback, 6'1", 165 from Georgia. Said he wanted to be a Seminole since this all started 2 years ago. Sanders sold him on that tradition and
Yeah.
future of Jackson State and HBCUs. Hunter,
Let's talk about how he
big
sold him.
switch, a landmark commitment, really. Second-ranked recruit, highest-ranked recruit to sign with a
man.
non-Power 5 school. Georgia native is the first ESPN top 50 recruit to sign with a historically black college or university, and the highest-ranked recruit to ever sign with an FCS school. Tom Luganville is.
All right. So I don't know, man. Your thoughts on that, buddy?
My thoughts on that, I'm gonna give you my damn thoughts on that. The thing is, I'm not pissed off that he flipped and went to Jackson State University,
Mhm.
a historically HBCU university. That's not what I'm mad about. The kid was bought. Money talked and bullshit walked in this whole recruitment.
Pay the man.
Pay the man my ass. You want to?
Pay the man.
You play football just as well as I did, and just as well a lot of people in our audience play sports. If money, $1.5 million, $2 million, throw it in your face at 18-year-old, if that didn't have nothing to do with it, would he have committed to Jackson State over Florida State? You're gonna go. No. You're gonna go to Jackson State. My mother and them is from Jackson. Okay, first of all, my mother, my auntie, my grandmother, they're all from Jackson, Mississippi. There's nothing down there. But our family ain't nothing down there. So you're gonna turn down. You're gonna turn down Florida State, Tallahassee. You're only 3 hours from Orlando, beaches, sun, everything. The college, historic college itself, and go to Jackson State if ain't no money involved. You take that 1.5 million to 2 million out. You gonna go to Jackson State or Florida State? Make that make sense to me. If it ain't no money involved, go ahead. Explain.
I'm shocked and amazed that you or anybody like you would be so surprised, because we all know how the money game works, how the bags are handed out. There are documentaries on it. There are frapping, like, there's a long line of evidence of top recruits and top players being bought in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be like, oh, he just bought it, he got a loan for that new convertible on campus. Oh, yeah, he's got a little house off of campus, but that's because, he works hard. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You should be mad at Florida State's coaching staff that they didn't offer him more, or they didn't get Prime to coach for them. Like, whose fault is it really? Because you're making it sound like, oh, money is just now in it. No. It's just we are seeing how the sausage is being made now.
First of all, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked because any 18-year-old coming from a single mother household, and you're trying to take care of your mother and your brothers because that's what you promised your mama. I'm not shocked that if you get $2 million right there, it's going to be in your account in a week time because it's got to go through all the process and stuff. I'm not shocked that you take that money to go. And no, this just ain't started. This right here is just it's about money now. It's gonna be about money. What school can give me the most? That's where I'm gonna go. And you're gonna see Travis Hunter ain't the first 5-star top recruit that's gonna go to a smaller school like this. No. If one thing about it, a lot of people don't know, he signed a deal with Barstool. Deion Sanders is part owner of Barstool. That's how he got that $2 million deal. Deion Sanders also have a major contract that was never brought out in the public with Under Armour. He's got like LeBron got that unlimited contract with Nike. Deion has that with Under Armour. So I'm pretty sure it was a deal made on the table with him with Under Armour too. You understand?
Man.
But I'm not surprised, and it's been going on. Yeah, it's been going on, but not like this. Kids wouldn't get no $1 million or some dollars. You were getting nice ass cars and houses to live in. You were getting a couple of thousand put
based off potential. Based off potential, but there are a lot of things. look at some of these people who are cashing on their names, right? Miami's De'Aaron King, right? North Carolina Sam Howell, Oregon's Kayvon Thibodeau, right? Thibodeau, sorry, Theodore, Lord, right? And then you have the government getting behind it, like Florida signing this new deal, according to Sports Illustrated,
of course,
to help schools to facilitate NIL.
Too damn late now. Why the fuck y'all decided? Why in the excuse my French? You can pay them. This is gonna be a big. Why in the fuck did they not sign this deal before Wednesday? We would have had him. We'd have had him. But the thing, I'm upset that we lost Travis Hunter. All right. I'm not mad at the kid. I'm not mad at the situation. I'm not surprised at the situation. What me and you talked about on the phone up there, I'm telling you, is I'm more pissed off at our coaching staff because they couldn't outpitch Dion. You knew once he got down to Jackson State what Dion was going to put in this man's ear. What's this NIL shit? So our dumbass little head coach, you knew that. So you should have been already working something up with some dealership, some company or something to match that or make a better offer to keep him. And they didn't. We lost him. I'm not mad at Travis Hunter. Go down to Jackson State, do your thing, go pro, do your thing. Jackson HBCU, put them on the map. There you go. Not mad about that. My argument with you was when I'm telling you, it's finna be more about the money than it is about what school you go to. I'm telling you, you don't want to see it. It's about the money. Just in life, money talks, bullshit walks. That's the oldest quote out there. You know it's true. And that's what it is now. That's what it is. Okay, all right. Say me and you playing right now. You getting recruited. Say, well, you got recruited by Vanderbilt. I was getting recruited by Auburn. All right. But James Madison say, we're gonna give you a $3.5 million deal. Auburn was only going to give me a $1 million deal. I'm taking my ass to James Madison.
Pay the man.
18-year-old, $3.5 million. I go to James Madison where the competition ain't as good, and I was pretty damn good, and I'm finna run all over y'all ass. Put 3.5 in the bank account.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing.
Hold on, man. About the school, man.
Hold on, man. I'm not disagreeing with you, okay? What I said is I want you to say that statement and really listen to what you're saying. You're saying
I did really listen to what
it's all about the money now. N-O-W. Like it hasn't always been about the money.
It ain't.
It's just been dealt with outside. Man, there are tremendous deals made behind the door. Look at all these people who, when you fire a coach and you got to scrape together millions of dollars to buy a coach out of a contract just to get rid of them, to spend millions more on someone else. Like, this is a huge money game, and it always has been like this. The only thing that the NILs or the name, imaging, licensing stuff comes to play in is to make sure, one, the students can make some, and two, it don't have to be done in the shadows so often. Right? You don't need the bag man anymore. You can be the Miami Hurricanes offensive line and get a deal with a company. You know, like, these are the things that are going to start happening. And shame on your state, shame on that school, shame on the staff who did not start to innovate and implement these things a lot sooner.
I agree with you 1,000%, because what pissed me off is when I seen that the other day, think maybe 2 days, it was Friday, that Florida went on and passed the thing. I said, oh, it took for us to lose a big recruit. Oh, now we're gonna sign this bill. So Florida State, Florida, Miami, now these states, these big prestigious schools, now we won't lose that top recruit because of money.
Right.
Oh, but it took it to happen, and now we lost it. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at him. Kudos to him. Coach Dion, Coach Prime, Jackson State, HBCU. Look, I ain't got nothing against HBCU. My daddy played at TSU, wanted me to go play there. Probably should have went and played there. There's some of your best NFL players, some of your Hall of Fame players came out of those institutes. Your Tennessee States, your Jackson States, your Gramblin's, your who else I'm leaving out? South Carolina States, Prairie View A&M, Alabama A&M. I mean, like, some of your greats have came out of these schools, you know, and you don't get to see them much on Saturday. Back 10 years ago, really 10 years ago, maybe you see HBCU on TV some. 20 years ago when me and you were playing, no, You had to actually go down to the game and watch it. You know, you had to go watch a HBCU game. Now they're getting the TV time. Now they're getting, you know, they on ESPN. They're getting talked about. You know, college game. They're going there. So it's evolving and it's great. It's great. So that's what I'm saying to you young athletes out there, or you parents of young athletes out there. If you're listening into this, there's nothing wrong with going to one of those colleges, because just like I told my nephew, tell my sons, told one earlier today, if you good enough, they're gonna find you.
Right.
It don't matter if you go to Alabama or daggum Montana State. There's a big difference in that. Okay, they gonna come and look at the Alabamas first, right? Exactly, because Alabama national championship, Nick Saban. But you can have somebody just good on Montana State. You good, they're gonna find you. That ain't what I'm talking about. Now it's gonna be about the money coming out of high school. You got a kid that's a 4 or 5 star. Some kids, like, you know, now a lot of people don't like the competition, so they want the easy way out. Okay, you gonna give me $3 million to go play for William and Mary. Well, I go dominate. I'm gonna take your $3 million, go dominate. I'm gonna still get to the league. Compared if I went to Auburn and I got to SEC, take a beating from these defenses all the time and running back, I go to William Mary and rush for my career over 4,000 yards because William Mary gave me $3 million.
But it's like what we talked about last time. Like there are more options as technology continues to improve and widen its gap and gaze and reach. We're going to see a lot of the technology meet with the branding of these athletes. Now, is it destroying the product? We'll see. But you know, for now, let's listen to Coach Saban on this side hiring and see what he says. Courtesy of Alabama football from YouTube.
Hey, Coach, you've been in the business a long time and obviously been part of a lot of signing days. This is a little bit of a curveball, but I know you work with Deion Sanders on all those commercials. How would you put in context how surprising, if at all, this would be that an FCS program could land the #1 overall recruit?
You know, really, I have a lot of respect for Deion Sanders. He's a good coach. He's a good guy. He was a great player. He's got great personality, and I enjoy doing commercials with him, you know, but it's not for me to comment on who makes what decisions to go where based on what circumstances. And, so, you know, he got a great player, and I think that's good for his program. And I'm not really going to make any comments about what happened. I don't really know the background or, you know, the details of, you know, what happened there. But, you know, everybody has the right to make those choices and decisions. That's why it's America, and everybody has freedom of choice. So I'm happy for him that he got a great player.
All those commercials.
Yeah. Guess what?
How pissed is he though?
Guess what? Nick Saban went after that press and said, "I ain't happy. I'm damn pissed off that he got that damn player, because just like Nick Saban wanted him, just like we did down in Florida State. Everybody wanted this kid. But and the thing is, you take the money away, a kid going on an official visit to where Deion Sanders is coaching, it's going to be tough to keep him anyway because it's Deion. You got to think, man. This is." You know, you're going to talk to a Hall of Fame, possibly the greatest corner that ever stepped on the field, possibly one, in my book, a top 5 NFL player of all the time. So you know, that's a tough pitch to let one of your players that's committed to you, he go down there and take a visit anyway. But now that you throw the money in, the icing on the cake, buddy. And I ain't even mad at Travis Hunter. I'm not mad at Travis Hunter at all because he left us.
Yeah.
I hope he go down there. I hope he show out.
I would love to hear what Brian Zaydan thinks of this.
Oh, he's pissed. Right. Trust me, we done had conversations. We done had conversations, buddy. We done had it.
All right, so let's transition home as you take a sip from an unsponsored daggum drink. That's right. Show that daggum.
Hey, sponsors. Shit. A&W. Sponsors. I drink
Paper man.
Sponsors. I need that. I need that 1.5 million NIL for A&W. Look at me take the picture with it right here.
First of all, there's no NIL for your old self, man.
Yeah, look at the face with A&W. It matches my skin. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So moving on to non-fungible tokens, aka NFTs. Have you been looking at this stuff, man?
Hell no. When you sent that shit
The
to me, I was like,
future.
what is he talking about?
The future. All right.
I'm
well,
gonna
hang
let you.
on.
I'm gonna let you speak on this one right here. And
Well, I was trying to figure it out myself, man. Look, I'm not going to even try to speak on it myself.
yeah,
We'll just pull up another video. Here we go.
Pull it up.
Can you explain NFTs to me, but like in a simple way? Because I don't get it.
That's
Do you
me.
play video games?
Yes.
Have you ever bought skins or virtual things for your game?
Prepping
Yeah.
V-Bucks.
That's an NFT. You wanted that item to be a utility in a world that you cared about, or, as I'm sure you'll admit, Joe, or the clout amongst your friends and other people by having that thing virtually. That is going to happen to everything in the world, not just the confines of Fortnite. For literally everything has the potential to be a non-fungible token. The metadata of access to humans, to
We'll keep
companies,
listening in.
is going to be the game. When there's an NFT chip for Chipotle and it's a golden burrito, and if you have it, you get free for life, that's utility.
Man. So NFTs, when people are buying these like highlights from different games of different sports, and they actually own that. So anytime someone else sort of uses that clip or whatever on a t-shirt, you have the right to seek payment for use of that image that you now own. So people are doing it with artwork, people are doing it, as he said, in video games, and it's starting to happen with sports a lot too. I've seen some people with comedy selling their jokes, and you can own this joke, which it sounds like a little thing, but man, you'd be surprised how many people are out there looking for comedic writers and to buy jokes. So as we talk about, I'm trying to help you out with Florida State, man. I feel like you have an ear to the ground there. You got some kind of connection there. You need to talk to that staff at Florida State and start pushing these NFTs. Hey, we'll give you so much. We'll promote XYZ, and you own NFT, right? And then you can actually turn that, as the guy in the video said, into real utility, right? You have a video highlight, you own it. If ESPN wants to run it, they got to pay you. If somebody wants to put the dunk on the t-shirt, you got to pay.
We need to find some NFTs for this damn show then. Damn, helping Florida State out. I want to help Gales and Dean out. Shit.
Pay the man 3 times, but we'll work on you. I'm pray for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
I'm about to look more into it and learn some more on it. That just ain't something you can learn overnight right there. Because when he was just talking about that, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to get Gail send it to me so I can listen to it about 4 or 5 more times. Because like I'm not into stuff like that right now. But it's something to get into, and see where it go. It's just like
Absolutely.
I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people doing this stock thing, and I'm like, man, I be seeing, I be see these payouts. I'm like, man, is that legit? And one of our good buddies, he on here right now, Mr. Jude. He big into that and looking like he doing pretty good. So I would, want to sit down.
I gotta get that video out, Jude. Oh my goodness.
I would want to sit down, call him, and get him to, teach me. You know what I'm saying? Walk me through it, how you do it. That's something that ain't gonna happen overnight, right there. That's something you gotta learn. I wouldn't mind learning. Matter of fact, I got some ideas in my head for 2022, so we're gonna get this going.
I love it, man. Look, all this blockchain stuff. So as technology goes, so as the world goes, right? I mean, if you think about some players that you've never heard of make more money now, right, than Michael Jordan did his entire NBA career. Why? Because the advent of the TV deals, right? They made all these crazy TV deals, which is why the whole cancer freedom thing there in Boston is such a trip to watch play out. Because China, look at you.
Ain't no sponsor on that one.
No sponsors. We ain't prepping. Yeah. So, yeah, when you think about cancer freedom down there in Boston, who calls out LeBron James instead of calling out, right, his team, his league, right, his current country, the United States, right? It's easy to say, man, LeBron needs to do XYZ. He didn't say anything about Jordan. He didn't say anything about the Nike swoosh that's on his own jersey. He didn't say anything about the frapping iPhone that he tweeted that stuff out with. Like, all of that is tied up in China. Why do you think you have the NBA greeting other countries because they're probably trying to figure out if China gets mad at us and blacks out our games like they did with that. Anytime cancer is on, that costs the team money, it costs the league money, his teammates, so many people. But he's not talking about that. He's got this axe to grind with one LeBron James. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Well, you just got to look at his history with LeBron James. They don't like each other. So,
Right.
I mean, this go all the way back. This go back a couple of years, or a few years. They just don't like each other. So any chance he get, he gonna poke and pick with LeBron James, throw his name out there. That just he gonna do it. Yeah, he could have blamed a lot of other, like you said, all the things that you said was correct. That he could have blamed on all that. But who the face of the league? Who the man? Who when you say LeBron, it's gonna get more attention if you blame it on the iPhone. You get what I'm saying? He knew that. He know that. And he already have a dislike for him. So he said, well, I'm gonna go after him. And then that'll get it on the news and that'll get it out. And it did.
Right.
It did. It was talked about for a while. So that's the reason why he did that. Because you just got to go off the history of them two. They don't like each other. So he's seen a chance and a spot to take his shot, and he did it.
Yeah, but doesn't it kind of water down what he's trying to so-called stand for? Right? If you're saying that like he's standing for freedom and how we should be grateful for this country, which we should, but I think the issue that we're having is comparing our situation to other countries. You can't do that. Dean, the problems that I'm having in my house, I cannot compare to the problems you're having in yours. Right? It's not the same thing. It's not comparable. But he's chosen to do this and aim it all towards one person, which is a fellow teammate, not realizing what he's costing himself, his teammates, his league, everyone. Like this is a very strenuous geopolitical problem that we have with China being so deeply rooted in our financial district, right? They're everywhere. Look at anything in your house. Even I think I was watching Joe Rogan when he was talking about like, are there just American-owned cell phones? Like, is there a way out of this? And no, because the one company that purports itself to be American-made cell phone, all the parts come from China. So there's like literally no way out of this unless you're going to give up phones and TVs, electronics, all kinds of things, right? But instead of him looking at the larger issue and actually trying to make change, which if he wanted to do that, he sits down with the NBA, he sits down with his teammates, his team, and anybody who can help his cause instead of just trying to clown one of the biggest tools you have at your disposal, right? As a coworker, LeBron James. That's the biggest issue for me. But I'm really gonna watch that closely because like there's this I think it was on Twitter where they're I don't know. I guess the NBA players are greeting India because there are a billion people in India too, but greeting them for the holidays. And I wonder if that means they're going to make a change. But getting back to football, we talk about Tom Brady's apparel company signs Michigan quarterback Cade. Was it McNamara? Ooh, is that how you say that? I've lost Dean. You're muted. You're muted, Dean. Technical difficulties. How long will he go before he realizes he's muted? You're muted, Dean. Unmute yourself. Come on, buddy. There he is.
My bad, people. I don't know his last name. It's Mac something, whatever. But Tom Brady also signed Shedeur Sanders, Deion's son. He signed them to that too. And Deion's son also signed with a Beats. He gifted his the whole Jackson State football team with Beats for Christmas. So, yep, that's where it's at now, man. I didn't even know Tom Brady had this, but it's pretty cool.
Right.
We're gonna see how many other athletes he signed.
Well, Michigan quarterback, the Georgia wide receiver George Pickens, Coastal Carolina quarterback Grayson McCall. I didn't know Shedeur Sanders was a quarterback.
Yeah, he quarterback. He can't run nothing like a daddy though.
But it don't matter. A quarterback, can he throw?
He couldn't throw that good today. He threw about 4 picks. So
he should be on the other side then. All right, well, shoot, man. Let's move on on into Hey, yeah. Trending topics, aka tropics. We love this segment. Go ahead, Dean. What you got for us today?
Oh man, you know what the trending topics is for me anyway. And this particular trending topic, I am not sad for this son of a gun right here. And I'm talking about Urban Meyer getting his ass the can out of Jacksonville. Serves him right, serves him well. I hope he never get an NFL job again in his life. The guy is a complete jerk asshole. I don't like Urban Meyer. I didn't feel sorry for Urban Meyer. He got what he deserved, and I hope he never get a shot at the NFL again. The thing about Urban Meyer, I'm telling you, Urban Meyer is an egotistic son of a gun. All right, and he came in the NFL and tried to run it like a college, like he did them college players. First of all, you're dealing with grown millionaires. These guys are not intimidated by you. They're not impressed about your records in college. You got to earn respect in the NFL. First thing. Three things. That's the first thing. Three things right there. He never did earn respect. You know, players was coming out saying stuff about him. You get a gem handed to you. You get Trevor Lawrence. He's supposed to be this generation, even though he played at Clemson, and I don't like him because he tore us up for 3 years at Florida State. But I'm also a football fan, so I know talent when you see. You get a generational player in Trevor Lawrence, and you can't even act right. And really, you really didn't help this guy progress. He actually decreased as the season goes. And I'm not saying over time, Trevor Lawrence, he's gonna be a good quarterback. He's 6'6", 220 pounds, can run, can throw about 80, 90 yards. You know, he got a cannon. He's gonna be a good quarterback. The Urban Meyer thought he can come in and run it like he did at Florida, at Ohio State, at Bowling Green. Thought everybody was going to bow down to him. These guys are millionaires. They're not going to bow down to you. And then, you know, the stuff he did with bringing in Tebow and going out and picking up a bunch of the players that played for him at Ohio State. These guys seen this, oh, he trying to run it like this. And then, you know, the on-field antics, not wanting to shake Mike Braver hand after the game because you pouting because you just got beat. Why the hell you get beat? You the head coach. Make some adjustment. You know, you want to walk around, you barely even shook Braver hand and you walk off, you pouting like, I don't be here. Well, Shad Khan gave you a chance to be there, gave you a head coaching job, and you look terrible. And I hope you never get a coaching job again in the NFL. He might go back to college. I don't know. This might have ruined his college thing too. And then, you know, he had the little scandal stuff in his little bar. You lose in Ohio, or you don't fly back with the team. You stay back and go to your little bar where you got your daggum hand in the cookie jar on video. Then you got all your other dirt to come from you from all the domestic violence stuff and allegedly at Ohio State and everything. I don't care. I'm not for one hurt that Urban Meyer got fired. I am happy that Jag said they ain't gonna pay him what they owe him because they fired him with cause. Good for you. And he'll probably have his ass back on Fox talking about health problems and all this again to get a little. He'll do a little pity party because it's everybody else's fault. It ain't never Urban Meyer's fault. He always finds reason to blame everybody else and never blame himself. The hell with Urban Meyer. I'm glad he got fired.
Well, there's no denying any of that.
I'm glad he got
My
fired.
spirited colleague, I didn't get the chance to play the clip. Let's play the clip and let you cool down with that water that's got the label ripped off because they're not sponsoring us. Here we go.
To an 11 during his tenure, and various reports of Urban's locker room demeanor and disconnect with players led owner Shad Khan to release his statement early this morning saying, quote, after deliberation over many weeks and a thorough analysis of the entirety of Urban's tenure with our team, I am bitterly disappointed to arrive at the conclusion that an immediate change is imperative for everyone. So Shannon, when you woke up this morning, you read the headlines, your reaction to this news?
I think the writing was on the wall. but I'm not surprised at this. I was one of the few guys that didn't believe that this situation could work. Skip, I've never met Urban Meyer. I don't really know who he is. I know he used to work for us, but I don't know him. But talking to people that know him very well and that's been around him, I say it's going to be a challenge for him. I say because University of Florida and Columbus, Ohio is entirely different than an NFL because you're dealing with 18 and 19-year-olds. And in the NFL, you're dealing with grown men that have wives and kids and pay a mortgage. You can't talk to them like you talk to a teenager because the teenager is trying to get to where that 28-year-old is already at. So, Skip, and when you look at some of the things he did, he brought that same mentality to Jacksonville that he had at Florida, that he had at Ohio State, that I'm the head football coach and I can do what I want to do. Skip, he hired a guy that had gotten fired for allegations of racism and bullying. He hired him.
His strength and conditioning.
Chris Doyle. Why would you do that, Skip? And I told you, I said, Skip, the Tebow thing is going to be a problem. I said, guys in that locker room says, hold on, this guy hadn't played in 8-9 years. You switch his position to give him a chance to make the ball club. I said, Skip, that's going to be a problem. We find out that they lose on a Thursday night game to Cincinnati. He doesn't fly back after all coaches. What they say, Skip? We're a team. We're family. We win together. We lose together. Well, they lose. Y'all take y'all sorry butt back to Jacksonville. I'm going to stay up here. That wasn't a very good look.
Totally agree.
And then we hear about how he's berating coaches about their resume and how, hold on. You read everybody's resume that you hired. So if their resume isn't up to par, what does that say about you? Because you hired them.
Good point.
And then you hear Trevor Lawrence over the last week, Skip. I had never heard this before. I had never heard a star quarterback say, I want this guy on the field. This guy should be on the field.
James Robinson.
As a guy that's out there, I have a better vantage point to see what's going on.
Because he had been doghouse for fumbling. Yep.
He needs to be on the field. And then Trevor Lawrence, I think 2 days ago, said there's a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of turmoil going on. There's some going on in college, and I get it. There's some going on in all NFL teams, but I think there's too much, and we need to get this cleaned up. And then it came out yesterday that he had actually kicked a player. And it's
an allegation by the
No. Jacksonville General Counsel said we reached out to the representative and asked did they, because why would you reach out if you thought it was just an allegation if it wasn't true?
All right, I'm going to stop it there because he sounds like you, Dean.
He sounds like me, but he a little more calm. He being politically correct and professional, and I don't really. I like Shannon to a certain extent until when he started praising LeBron. Then I don't like Shannon, but like right here, he said every damn thing I said. And I didn't even look at the Undisputed to see nothing that he said. I'm going off of what I've seen all year in the NFL, and I'm going back to how Urban Meyer was at Florida and Ohio State. He always been an arrogant asshole. It always had to be Urban Meyer way of the highway. Man. And whenever anything happened within his program, he hightails, act like he's sick, act like something's wrong with him, act like he got family problems. Then he get out, so it ain't on him. So you know what, Urban Meyer. Kiss ass, kiss rocks. I'm glad you're gone. I hope you never get a coaching job again because he's terrible. He's terrible. And you can't go in the NFL thinking you're going to treat these grown millionaires with families and businesses of their own like they kids. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you. The coaches that they listen to, your Bill Belichick's, your Sean Payton, your Leslie Frazier, etc. Andy Reid. Those guys earn respect from their players. They earned that. You ain't gonna just go in and get that overnight, and he thought he was. Just like the Robinson kid, you gonna doghouse him for fumbling. That's your best playmaker on the field. Without him on there, Trevor Lawrence had nobody to throw the ball to. Then he came out, I need him on the field. So Shard Card hearing this, this is my prized possession, Trevor Lawrence. He's gonna be here for a while. I could replace you, Urban Meyer, because it's a lot of coordinators within the NFL right now that's doing a damn good job of coordinating. That's going to have that job next year. And I don't like the Jaguars because they're in our division. That's the Titan rival. But they deserve better than that, than having Urban Meyer as their coach. That's one of the worst NFL hires. One of the worst. He's an asshole. I don't like him, and I'm glad he's gone.
Well, enough on him, man. I think you hit the nail on the head.
You're damn right I did. I could keep going on that side.
Pay the man. 3 words: pay the man.
I told you.
Moving on to something else that I know you're equally. I know you're equally passionate about, man, is these COVID tests, right? Not the testing in the NFL, but the outbreak that's going on. You know it's bad when disgraced coach Rick Pitino puts on Twitter the other day, short notice, but anyone out there interested in playing us at 3 p.m. on Saturday in the world's most famous arena? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Like, you have Rick Pitino like going through it too. I mean, it's all throughout the United States, right?
And you see who they drew, didn't you? You see who they drew to play, right?
Who was that?
They drew Duke.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, man. But these are so when you look at the NFL, it usually, I always like the analogy that sports is like a thermometer for the country, right? The sports are housed in. When you look at the NFL, a place where they're I think somewhere around 98% vaccinated, and there's still outbreaks, but there aren't any symptoms now, because of the heavy percentage of vaccinated people. Like we've talked about this before. Like science is not exact. It's not anything. Is never a for sure thing, right? But it's all about probabilities, right? It's all about the numbers, right? And so we see this thing sort of work. You got a league that's 98% vaccinated, and now these players aren't showing any sort of symptoms or anything like that, but they are testing positive for it. So that shows that the vaccination is working. So how do you think the NFL should possibly adjust these rules and regulations?
I mean, if you ain't showing no symptoms, this is me, and a lot of people, you'll probably say I'm selfish or whatever. And if that's what you want to think about me, go ahead. All right. I'm not going to lose no sleep at night off of it. Anyway, I'm an athlete. All right. I'm an athlete. I'm a competitor. Still like this at 36 years old. Be 37 in 8 days. Matter of fact, I throw that out there. But anyway.
Happy early birthday. Yep.
I still to this day will go hoop. We'll go work out. We'll go do any type of activity. If I got a slight cold or a touch of the flu and I'm not feeling bad, I'll still go do that. Me, I will. That's the competitor in me. So if these guys are not showing any symptoms, let them play. If you ain't, it's hard. If you're showing symptoms of COVID, you're not gonna trust me. I had it. You can't get out there and try to run up and down the daggone field and all that because you ain't gonna be able to breathe.
Like Myles Garrett.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to breathe. You can barely walk up. Yeah,
you
can barely walk up 3 steps.
Athlete, younger than both of us.
Yeah,
and he couldn't catch his breath after one play.
Yeah. I mean, you could barely walk up 4 stairs, and your wind ain't gone. So in that aspect, if you got those type of symptoms, don't play, and you'll know. You send them through some type of test. When they go get the test, even though you test positive, you're not showing symptoms. But put them on something like an obstacle course or something at your facilities, and you'll be able to tell. They got all the machine stuff to test your heart rate and all that. You'll be able to tell if they're tired. If you got the symptoms and it's bad, sit out. But if you don't, let them play. Let them play. Are you stopping people? Are you stopping people from coming in and watching? If they tested, they ain't got symptoms. No, you ain't stopping them from coming in and watching it. So just let them play. That's me. That's because most of these players, NBA, NHL, NFL right now, because that's what's getting hit. Baseball ain't playing right now. A lot of these guys are competitors. They want to play. A lot of these guys get out there and play hurt. They get out there and play with chipped bones. Some will get out there and play with broke bone. And they'll play a whole season like that and get surgery after season because that's the competitor in them. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, okay, if you tested positive for it, but you're not showing the symptoms and you don't have the symptoms, let them play. That's my opinion on it. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if my opinion means any damn thing to the NFL, but that's just my opinion on it.
No. It's good to have yours as a consumer of the product. But I do think this is a weird thing, man, because I know people are tired out there dealing with these masks and these regulations and testing and vaccinations and boosters and then different vaccinations and variations, all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like we only have this thing continues and it continues to mutate because that's what viruses do in order to survive, right? And that's happening because of sentiments like that. But at the same time, I know no one wants to be held down by this thing any longer, and I get it. And there's no way to get everybody 100% on track of one thing or another. Some people don't feel like they have enough facts. They have different health issues, But I think the main thing is if you're not going to be vaccinated, follow the protocols. I still don't understand how we have not at least got to that, right? There are people who are vaccinated, the people who aren't vaccinated but still wear their mask and keep their distance and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Test when you can. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's the people on the outside of those two options, right? Who no one's making me take a test and I ain't wearing nothing and I'm gonna do whatever. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cough in this worker at Taco Bell because they asked me to put a mask on, stuff like that. I think we need to get over. But if sports is going to be a thermometer of the country at 98%, we're seeing how they're able to still run around and not showcase any symptoms or anything like that. So it seems very it seems like it's working. Like, how do we change our policies for the broader, community being America?
Yeah, and I mean, like you see in the NBA games, NFL games, some of you guys that's not vaccinated, the guys in the NBA, they go to the bench from when they come out for taking a break, they put their mask on.
Mhm.
I can respect that. Carson Wentz, he's not vaccinated. He's a big advocate against it. But anytime he do his presser, he talk to media, anything, Carson Wentz got his mask on. There's a lot of them like that. But then you got some, it's just like some people, some of these guys, they're like, shit, I ain't doing none of that,
Right.
Me, myself, I ain't vaccinated at all. Hell no. And not going to do it. You done tried to talk me into me time. It ain't going to work. And we like
I
that.
gave up, man, a long
But
time ago.
when
As long as you're being safe.
yeah, well, when I go in a building or something, they say you have to put a mask on and require a mask, I'll do it out of respect for the building, because I'm not vaccinated. So, and you just got to follow rules in that way. But far as it go, like if they trying to force it on you, or you don't want to be vaccinated, hell no, I'm all against that because if you don't want to take it, you ain't got to take it, and that's just where I'm at with it. I'm gonna stay with it. I'm not getting vaccinated, so I don't.
Right.
I mean, hell, are you gonna stop talking to me because I ain't vaccinated? No. So I mean, it is what it is.
No. But again, we're not talking about reasonable people like you or myself, right?
Yeah.
We sit on two different sides of this argument, but we're still able to speak to each other with respect and respect each other's actions, right?
Yeah.
We're all out here guessing, like none of us know. We're not looking under a microscope and understanding how these things work, and it's not when people say things like do your own research, right? Like all that means is pick the person you want to listen to more. You know what I mean? We're all out here guessing.
That's it.
Even the scientists, they refuse to say anything definite because science isn't exact, right?
Yeah.
Science isn't exact, but what we can do is give ourselves better chances at one thing or another. But I am, disheartened by all these games being changed. I think somebody's going to play on Tuesday now, and
two games. Both of them got moved to Tuesday. They were supposed to be tonight, and they moved both of them to Tuesday night.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
but I'm saying when you see that happen, like maybe there's a chance for our policies to change around that and to catch up with, because that's a large sample size. All those players in the NFL, once they hit 98% vaccinated, they're able to still function. And we haven't heard any reports of anybody close to them having any serious issues. So it's the knuckleheads like Brown and even Aaron Rodgers, right? Like just pick a side one way or the other, but make sure you're taking precautions.
Yeah, but in the sports of things, it actually kind of work out. It don't work out, but it's still, you lose the money tonight, but you're gonna make all that money back because think about it. It's still games tomorrow. It's still games tomorrow. You got I think, is it a double header Monday? No. So you still got Monday Night Football.
Right.
People don't do shit on Tuesday night anyway.
Pay the man. No, you're absolutely right.
So people gonna tune in and watch 2 football games on Tuesday night. So you're gonna make your money back. So it sucked for tonight because Saturday night is a weekend. People be out, blah blah blah. We understand that, but you're gonna make it back because don't nobody do nothing on Tuesday night anyway. And it's the holiday, so you have family in, sit in the house, get you a drink, food, and watch 2 doubleheaders on Tuesday night. So it's still all work out to me. So now you got Sunday night football, Monday night football, then you got Tuesday night football.
Is this a conspiracy thing? Is this a conspiracy Dean sort of topic? Right?
I guess it could be, damn it.
Right.
They did it on purpose.
They go, hey, they did it on purpose. They know everybody's in the holiday. Well, bodies. What else you gonna do? Watch NFL. Pay us.
Well, check this out. Listen to this. And this is going to the NBA. Kevin Durant and Kyrie just went in protocol, right? A lot of your superstars in protocol. They put them in protocol now because Christmas is Saturday. A whole slate of big-time NBA game. I guarantee you, if not all of those, half of those superstars that's in that protocol, they'll be out by Saturday.
Right.
Who wants to watch the Lakers and Nets play if Kevin Durant not playing?
True that. But man, since we already roaming around Dean's Dome.
Well, I mean, who wants to watch the Suns versus the Warriors if Steph and Chris Paul ain't playing? You don't look at this shit.
Conspiracy.
Come on, man.
Dean.
Yeah.
So now that we're inside of Dean's head, let's go ahead and roam a little bit further. Last week, you promised us that we would get your top 5 point guards that you or I ever played with. So let's go on into Dean's Zone. You ready?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna break some. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. But
let's move right on into Dean's Dome. Number 5, top point guards we've ever played with in our lives. Here we go, Dean. Go,
man. Number 5, man. This is it's hard, but this is when we was young. You know what I'm saying? This is who I played with in middle school, so I was young. You know, but this dude that you know, just like yourself, he commanded nothing but greatness out of us. With getting your butt on the court in timeout. If you were messing up, he'd tell you about it. He got the defense. He set the offense up. Really wasn't no good shooter at all. His brother was the shooter, but he could penetrate and he ran the team as a point guard and he held you accountable. And even for me, you know, one of the you know,
the greatest knuckleheads of all time. Yes.
Yeah. But you know, and I was supposed to hold myself at a higher standard because coach made me the captain of the team. He would check me if I was out there bullcrapping 7th and 8th grade. So that's what I said. I got to put him in number 5, and that is Quentin Marstello for point guard. The way he ran our team and set everybody up and placed you where, like I said, he wasn't a shooter. He wasn't the greatest shooter, but he never did. He rarely turned the ball over. He set our offense up and he set the tone and had you where you were supposed to be and held you accountable. Coach Pinkston didn't really have to get on you. Coach Duggan didn't have to get on you because Quentin was going to get in your ass if you was out there bull crapping.
And
he got everybody in position.
Was something tough, man.
He was tough. He was a penetrator and he was a disher and a layup. He didn't have a jump shot at all, but everything else he had. And that's a point guard that you want to play with at a young age like that too. You know what? We 12, 13, 14 years old because we in middle school. You don't find too many guards like that. That's why I got to give him number 5 on my point guard list.
So now, a quick side story. That's the dude that I remember being in 3rd grade struggling with times tables. And he was just cool, he was calling to me, man, look, it break down like this, right? And just help me with my timetable. So anytime you think about how smart I am, as you like to say, you know, I'm not sure what you're comparing it to, a stuffed animal or a sandwich, but just remember, man, that dude helped me with my times table. Like he was just a leader, and you know he's done some things in his life that he's not proud of, but you can tell that no matter where he's at, he's a leader.
He's a leader.
Sure. All right, Dean's Dome, number 4. Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is, number 4.
Man, number 4 on the list, man. This dude right here, man, it was with an athletic point guard. Gave his all, but I still think if he had took it to another level, he could have went on and played some big time college basketball. Really wasn't a big guard, but was one of them guards he could put the team on his back when coach asked him to, and was unselfish. But when he needed to be selfish, he was selfish. And we won a lot of games with him at Spring Hill. And I only got to play 1 year with him, but I got to play with him at the freshman. That's Chad Moore. Chad Moore had the handles, he had the quicks, he could shoot, he could defend. He was small, but you knew when you stepped on the court with him what he was going to give you. And mind you, man, we playing against Nashville schools, Columbia Central. We playing against some of the top of the top in Middle Tennessee. So, you got to have a dog at point guard to play against those teams. And he didn't never back down from the challenge. I always, he wasn't much of a talker. Chad wasn't much of a talker, but you could feed off his energy. That's what made you play hard. All right, I see Chad go down and slap this floor. He give it his all. I'm going to give it my extra 110% because he out there doing it. So Chad Moore Chad Moore, my number 4 point guard that I played with.
All right. Number 3, Dean's Zone, top 5 PGs we've ever played with.
Man, number 3.
Who's gonna get their feelings hurt out here, man?
Yeah, people with your feelings hurt, man. That's all right, though. This is people I played with, so it's high school and stuff. Number 3, man, this dude right here, he been on our show before. Stand-up guy. This dude was always good. And I remember he was good anyway his junior year. He was giving people the business his junior year, right? He would give you the business. He was a problem. He long, about 6'1", left hand, could dribble and everything. Wasn't much of a talker at first. So when he was a senior, we was sophomores. The summer going into his senior year, he went back home to his home state of New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey, which all he had to do was, drive a couple of miles and he would go over to Rucker Park and hoop every day in New York. So when he came back from Summer League on, this dude was a murderer, killing, giving you the business, step back, 3 in your mouth, dunking on you, no look passes, vocal. It shocked me because this dude had never been vocal, and he was vocal, putting you in your right spots, getting in people's face. We went up there and played Stratford. He probably won't be telling the story because he's a pastor, a man of God, which I respect, but I got to tell the story anyway. We go up and play Stratford, and if you know anything about Stratford, they hood and they some dogs. They all some dogs. They gonna talk. Well, only 2 people on our team, me, you say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. Well, Mr. Edwin Youngblood was right there in the mix with me. Over in there, little huddle. And I'm like, all right, man. I'm gonna get this dude 1,000% because he over here in the mix with me. And we up here at Stratford. We ain't in Spray, we at Stratford with all their people, and we ready to get down. On top of he gave them about 25. On top of he gave about 25. Edwin Youngblood, when Jimmy Young asked him to take over the game, he took over that game and put us in position to either win or damn near win with his heroics. Left hand, come down and whop you, dunk on you. The no look passes.
What's the move again?
Whop,
Give me that sound bite.
And then he hit you with the no look. You know what I'm saying? Like,
one more time, D. I just like how that sounds.
Whop and hit you with the no look. Come down, dunk on you, talk a little trash, and then after the game, put his shirt towel. He back to choir boy. But the killer instinct that Edwin had, he always had it. But when he went home to New Jersey and was going over there to play at Rucker Park, he came back with a different mentality. Nobody wanted problem with Edwin Youngblood. You did not want problem with him. He's your point guard back then that you wanted. 6'1", long, had a shot, left hand. So you already know when you left hand, you got the mismatch anyway. Man, that dude was an animal. And till this day, I play with him because that's what he brought to the table.
Look,
He
let me
ran the
interrupt
team
Dean.
how it was supposed to be. Evan was a scorer. Evan was a distributor. He played defense. He never not left it on the court. And that's what you want out of your point guard.
Let me interrupt because my favorite thing from Mr. Youngblood is literally, back in the day, shooting dozens, roasting, whatever you want to call it, right? High siding, what they call it in Texas. Like, his comeback was epic. You say something, man, you ain't nothing but blah, 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 blah. And you might be right. And that was it.
Right.
Just cut that right out. Cut the legs right from under it, man.
Yep.
Shout out to
That was
Edwin
him.
Youngblood. Pastor Youngblood now. Man.
Pastor Youngblood, man.
How times change.
Man,
Number 2, Dean's Dome. Oh, man. Getting to the nitty gritty.
Man, number 2, man. Number 2. Can I put an honorable mention? I'll do that last.
After number 2.
Number 2, man. Look, I told y'all I'm going to hurt some feelings. I told y'all I'm going to hurt some feelings. Probably lose a homeboy for a day or two, but that's all right. That's all right. Number 2, man, that I play with, we didn't play school ball together, but we played years and years of AAU ball, pickup ball, and everything together. And we're damn near like brothers more than friends. We say we cousins and family. To the point, if you see me and this dude on the court against each other, you'll think we damn near don't like each other. That's the rivalry. But that's what I'm pushing him to come at me, and he gonna get it back. That's how we play. This dude is another left-hand assassin. When we was young, one of the fastest, if not the fastest point guard I ever played, will blaze up down the field, could score, could jump. This dude ain't number about 5'8", and would dunk on
a good day, right?
On a good day. One number about 5'8", and dunk on you. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Knew how to set the team up. Demanded the ball to set the team up. Hit me out of 3 years of playing AAU ball together, I think he hit me on about 5 game-winning shots. All the passes was from him. That he led me into the game-winning layup. Because they all were layups. I've seen him take over a game against Tennessee Thunder and drop about 35 on them. And if you remember Tennessee Thunder, that was our rival. Columbia Rockets, that was our rival with Tennessee Thunder. They had the best of the best athletes out of Nashville on their team. And we were a little small town, team out of Columbia. They thought it could beat. No, gave him the business. I've never seen him bag down nobody. Even when we play in leagues, we ain't never played leagues together, but like pickup ball. That's that point guard. He put you in the right spot, and he gonna give you 110%. So you got to give him 110%. Number 2 point guard I ever played with, and like I said, I'm gonna hurt your feeling. You my guy, I love you, but man, it's downtown black Jeremy Brown, man. You number 2, brother. Number 2. And that was hard for me to make the decision. Trust me, it was hard.
I want to hear this honorable mention, and then it's number 1. This is interesting because I'm drawing a blank here. I thought I would know. Go ahead. Who's your honorable mention, and then let's get to number 1.
My honorable mention is little black dude by type of Jeremy Brown. He was a point guard, but he was a scoring point guard. We played with him in middle school too. He was a scoring point guard. Fast as lightning, could get you a bucket from any area of the court. One number about 5'7", 5'8", but will go to the hole over 6'4" and make the layup. Hit you with the bop to go. Could score from outside. And this dude did this ever since we've been playing since we was kids. This dude did this. Never did tie his shoes up. Never did tie his shoes up. And that's Michael Granberry. Mike Granberry, my honorable mention. I used to be so nervous, like, man, this dude gonna break his leg. I'm like, he never did tie his shoe. And that Mike had never tied a shoe hooping. I ain't never hurt his ankle. But that's my honorable mention.
That going good one. So here we go, man. Number 1. I'm a little nervous. Number 1 in Dean's Dome. Top 5 point guards we've ever played against. Number 1 is
top 5 point guards I played with. Man, number 1, man. This guy right here, man. I ain't been knowing him long. I really just met this dude. I met him when I came out here, started playing. So I've been knowing him about a year and a half.
Where's here for the audience who may not know?
Missouri. I live in Missouri now. Guy, man, about 5'6", 5'7", older. So he know the game. You hear me? He know the game. When I'm on his team, I score a lot of jumpers because where he placed the ball at, he placed it so perfect, right in my shooting range. We feed off each other. I know how to play with him better than anybody I do in this gym out here. He puts the ball in the right place. He puts the team in the right place. He defends. And like I said, to be 40-some-year-old, you ain't number 5'7", he's strong as ox. I mean, this dude can squat about 350 daggone pounds. Can shoot, quick hands, still in the ball, but like on a fast break, you running a fast break, and you got your defender right here, and you get that much ahead of him. I can get that much ahead of my defender. He'll pass the ball right here, boom, right in my shooting range. Every time. No, he knows exactly the spots I'm gonna be in before I get there. People be like, man, how y'all know how to play so good together? How you know where to place the ball and see it run off them screens and stuff? Just a smart genius point guard. When I'm on the court with him, I just feel I don't feel like I got to do nothing extra. He's gonna put me in position to be successful. And his name is Ed Henderson, and he from out here. That's the best point guard. That's the best point guard out. Nothing against you, Black. Nothing against you at all. But this is the best point guard I've ever played with. They just put me in all the right positions. I never feel I have to do too much for our team to win out here because I know he's gonna put that ball in the right position. He's gonna make the right play, and he's gonna always be in the right spot on defense. And that's why he's the best point guard I played with.
Dang zone, top 5. Appreciate that, man. You know what's going to have to happen? There can be only one. So I'm gonna need the PGs one of these days to get together and we'll see where they're now. Right?
Yeah. Out of all the ones I named, probably just 2 of them still play.
Right. All right, man. That was Dean Zone, man. Before I let you have the last word, look, if you heard this story, stop me if you heard this, okay? You got a minister driving, right? Driving down the highway, he's doing a little speeding. He comes in, flies past the police officer. The police officer pulls him over. Say, Minister, what are you doing going so fast? Like I'm smelling alcohol from the car. What's in that thermos right there? And the minister says, oh, it's just water. And so the officer asks for it, and he hands it to him, assured that it was just water. He opens it up, is like, well, minister, it smells like wine. He goes, well, won't you know it? Jesus did it again.
We finna be done. This dude always do this to me. Man. And then I'm just stuck. So he always do that to me. But last word, man. As y'all heard, as y'all know, this is the last show of 2021 that we did. 7 days until Christmas. So my last words to everybody, man, I want everybody to enjoy and have a very, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family time. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy the rest of this year. Because a lot of us have lost a lot of people this year. A lot of people have not made it through this year. So for us to be at the end of 2021, and that's crazy, 21 years into the 2000th century, or whatever you want to call it, into the 20th century, we 21 years into it. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. So just still be here with everything going on now, to have breath in your body is a blessing. So I want everybody to be blessed. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Safe Happy New Year's. I know we're going to eat good. We're going to drink good. And let's just put in our mind to better ourselves for 2022. Whatever resolution you got in your mind, aspiration and thing, let's live up to it. Mine is to become, I ain't got to become a millionaire, but I'm a damn sure put myself and my family in position that they're going to be okay. I'm going to be comfortable from here on out. I've done a lot of stupid stuff at a young age, still at this age now, but I've been sitting down. I did a lot of research, and that's what I'm putting for myself this for 2022. I don't have to be a millionaire, but I'm gonna make it for myself and my family. We're gonna be comfortable from here on out. So that's what I want you to do. Think about your resolution and what you want to put yourself and your family and your close ones to, and live it up. Because you put it to your mind, can't nothing else tell you can't do it. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. It'll be a happy birthday for your boy. Birthday the day after Christmas. Y'all can hit my Cash App if you want to. I'm just playing. But for real, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, peace and love. See y'all next year.